everybody and welcome. Welcome to Crafty Clegg's Creations. My name is Jeanette Clegg and I'm coming to you today from the northwest of England where I live with my dog. My dog Zach. It's terrible when you put the dog first. I should start again really, shouldn't I? But you know what, I'm not going to. So I live in the northwest of England where I live with my husband Timothy and our dog Zach. Today is Wednesday the 26th of May 2021 and the weather outside is currently, well, not worth talking about really. It is cold, windy, raining and certainly not the type of weather you would expect going out of May into June in the northwest. Well, anywhere really in England, it's dreadful. All I can say is I hope to goodness that we get some kind of warmer weather in the next few months because this year has just been weather-wise horrible. It's just horrible. The garden is sodden, all my seedlings are drowned, they're waterlogged, everything in the garden that I've done is a complete washout. So yeah, that's enough about the weather. Where you can find me, I am active on most social media platforms. I'm most active on my Instagram account, to be fair. I am also Crafty Clegg's Creations on there and I will leave a link in the description bar below for you to find me if you so wish. And I also have a little Etsy shop and again I will leave the link for that down in the description box below. Welcome back to all my current subscribers. Hi and thank you for returning. And again, I have had a few new subscribers, so you are very, very welcome here at my channel and I hope you enjoy spending some time with me. I shall tell you a little bit about our life update. We have been out and about a little bit this past couple of weeks and I will put some footage in towards the end of the video for you to see. We had a day out in the Lake District last week. You know, I can't remember what day it was now. Was it Wednesday? We chose the day that was going to be the nicest and we had a drive over to the Lake District. It's about an hour and 40 minutes from where we live. So it was a nice ride out because the weather was nice. Obviously I did car knitting and we had a lovely walk around the lakes. We didn't do anything special. We literally just walked around the lake. We went into one or two shops and I mean really kept that to a minimum. I took a picnic with us. I was a little cautious to be fair about eating out but I needn't have been because everything was so very, very well organised, but I did take a picnic. So we did stop off a coffee shop and have coffee right outside the lake where all the boats was, and it was just the simple things in life at the moment. It was just one of the nicest days we have had for a long time, Tim and I. It was nice to be outside. It was nice to be surrounded by other people, although we was social distancing, had masks on. But that doesn't really matter, does it? The fact that we're out and about just made all the difference. So that was a nice day out. And then on, what day was it last week that I went? I can't remember again. The days don't really, they just sort of blur into one. I should make a note of when I do it really, but it doesn't really matter, does it? One day I went over to my best friend Sue, which I haven't seen for such a long time. We keep in touch. We message each other, we speak to each other on the phone, but there's nothing quite like spending time with your bestie, is there? And especially it's your bestie that loves to craft like you do. You will know, being all crafters, what I'm talking about there. So I went to her house because last Monday was the first time that we could go into each other's house. I think it's up to 6 people was allowed. There was just me and her there, and we did, although I know Sue's very safe and she knows I'm very safe, we was very sensible and we still kept a good distance. But it was just nice to spend some time with her, catch up, talk about life, do some crafting, compare notes. It was a lovely day. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I'm hoping to do it again very soon with her. And then yesterday I went to my son's house and had an afternoon with him and had coffee and a catch up, and again that was just lovely. It was just so nice to be around family. Could get a bit teary there, but I won't do. Just give me a minute to compose myself. There we go. Yeah, so it was just so lovely to be around my son. All we need now is to be able to see my daughter, and I will be feeling so much better. So yeah, it was really, really nice to spend some time with Tom. And if you're watching, pal, hiya, Mum misses you. He'll be dead embarrassed or go mad when he sees that, but I don't care, I'm leaving it in. Anyway, is there anything else that we did? The usual, you know, walking, which Tim and I are trying to go out for a walk and do about 4 or 5 kilometres every day. Some days we manage it, and other days we don't. We just literally walk as far as we need to and come back just to get that little bit of exercise, because there's no fun, is there, walking in the rain, and basically that's what we've been doing of late. And other than that, and shopping and the usual, you know, nipping out for little bits of things here and there. But we are definitely, or certainly me, not so much Tim just yet, but certainly me, I am definitely getting some kind of life back. And I have to say, it feels really, really good. It really does feel good. So really, that is my only life update at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. Today, believe it or not, I am drinking. My dear friend Dawn sent me a swap parcel. Last week I received it, and she sent me the yoga tea that I like, the Christmas tea. So I'm actually drinking a Christmas tea in May. But believe you me, the weather outside feels like I should be drinking a Christmas tea. It's just this is one of my favourite mugs. It's nothing special. I think this one is from Sainsbury's with my gold love hearts on. But I really like this mug. Really like it. Right, so we will carry on. How can I explain this? I've got some sewing, some knitting, some crochet. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it in segments. I'm going to do my finished objects, my current whips, and then my incoming. I'm not going to split it all into sections, sewing, knitting, crochet. I'm just going to show you it all together. So I'm going to start off today with my finished items. Okay, so I don't need to go into too much detail because you've all heard this over and over and over again. And as you can see, I am wearing my Whitmore sweater. So it is finished. I'll be honest, it's not been washed or blocked. I just had to put it on to show you. I will stand up, just bear with me, let me move back. I will stand up and show you. So I did short sleeves, as you can see. And I did them quite loose because I am at that stage in my life where I like very loose clothes, hot flushes, tropical moments, and I'll be honest with you, I have got my clothes off more than I've got them on. Actually, no, that I shouldn't say that, should I? Because I've always got clothes on. I don't mean that. I mean, like, as soon as I finish recording, I will have to take my Whitmore sweater off and put a t-shirt on because I cannot do my chores around the house with this on because of hot flushes. But I digress already. But I am absolutely thrilled to bits with it. Absolutely thrilled. I know it's taken me a long time to do it. I love the fact that I've got short sleeves, and in the winter, if I get cold, I could put a very thin long sleeve sweater on underneath. It's got quite a bit of positive ease. Again, I am not the slimmest of ladies, as you can see, but I did do quite a lot of positive ease. I don't really know what else to tell you about it other than it's finished and I'm so thrilled. I know that sounds ridiculous, but at the end of the day, this is, if you are new to my channel, this is my very, very first finished knitted item that I can actually wear on my body that I finished. I've done lots of hats, I've done scarves, I've done mittens, I've done everything like that, but this is actually the first garment that I've ever made and finished and can wear. So I am absolutely thrilled beyond thrilled. So that is my first finished object, my Whitmore sweater. Is that not just fabulous? I love it. And I will let you in on a little secret. And I bet you'll all be going, oh God, no. I've actually purchased the Whitmore cardigan pattern. I don't know when I'll ever get round to doing it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to purchase it, I'm going to have a look for some yarn, and I might start it. Might take me another 12 months to do, but it doesn't matter, because the feeling that you get at the end when it's done, let me tell you, I am beyond thrilled with my sweater. So yeah, this is my first finished item. I shall very quickly tell you, I used a acrylic yarn. It's actually a baby yarn, and it's by Stylecraft, and it's Baby Bambino. And yeah, if you want to find out any more about it, just go back and probably look in about the past, I should say, I don't know, maybe dozen and a half podcasts, and you'll see there's lots of information about this Whitmore sweater. But it's finished now, and I am wearing it. So yeah, that is my first finished item, which I am thrilled with. I'm just going to stop recording for a minute because I've just noticed I've still got my other glasses on. For those of you who are new to my podcast, these are my new glasses, and unfortunately, very stupidly, I didn't get anti-glare on the glass. I am actually considering buying another pair, to be fair, because this is ridiculous. I can't keep swapping out my glasses. But if you bear with me, I will put my old glasses on that have got anti-glare on them, and so you won't see all this in the picture. I shall be back shortly. Okay, as you can see, I've still got my old glasses on. I can't find my other glasses, so we'll have to put up with the glare. Sorry about that, everybody. Anyway, where was we? So we was at finished items. So my next finished item is a test knit that I did for the lovely Lindsay Trenter of Stitch Create Love, and it is called the Carousel Hat. This pattern was released, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was last Friday, either Friday or Saturday. Now Lindsay has brought out a collection. So a couple of weeks ago she did the Carousel socks, and this is to go with that collection. This is the Carousel hat. Now, as you can see, Lindsay's has got a pom-pom on. Now, I did not have the right colour pom-pom, so I haven't put a pom-pom on mine. I used, again, I'm not sure of the name of the yarn because I used out of stash, but I do know that it's from Ellie from Craft House Magic. Can you see that? And I think it is actually a Christmas colourway that I purchased last year. So this is the finished hat. Let me just, as you can see, I'm terrible. This is typically me. I've always got ends to sew in, so do just try and get past that. Anyway, so this is Lindsay's hat. This is the Carousel hat, and as you can see, it's got that beautiful pattern going all the way up. So it's I can tell you about it, I think. It's a 1x1 twisted rib, and then the carousel pattern goes all the way up to the top, and then there's the decrease, and then yeah. Anyway, so that is the Carousel hat. I don't really know what else to tell you about it because it is a pattern, it is a paid for pattern. I don't want to give you too much away, but it's a really, really nice knit. The socks are beautiful. I've also got the sock pattern. I purchased the sock pattern from Lindsay and I'm hoping to make that. But yeah, if you head on over to Lindsay's, I think Lindsay's got this for sale on her Ravelry page and also in her Etsy shop, and her name is, I'm sure you all know, Stitch Create Love. Now, if I can, I'm not very, very good with Ravelry, so I might not be able to do the link to it. I will probably be able to get the link for it for you from a Etsy shop, but I'm not sure about Ravelry, but I'll try my best. Anyway, so that is the finished. You can't really see it, can you? The light is really bad because it's so dark, and all I can do is apologise. If I tilt it forward like that, you can see the pattern, can't you? Isn't that pretty? And again, I'm not going to put it on because I do not suit hats whatsoever. Certain types I've realised I do now, but these beanies I don't. So yes, that is my second finished object, and it's the Carousel hat by Lindsay Trenter of Stitch Create Love. I'll just take a sip of tea. I hope you're all right. How is everybody? Everybody doing okay? Isn't it nice that we're all getting back to some small amount of normality? Oh, it's just so welcoming. But you know, the one thing that I have realised throughout all of this pandemic is it's the small things in life that matter, like your friends, your family, being able to go out just in the simplest, you know, chores or activities like walking, nipping to the supermarket. It just makes you appreciate things. Well, it certainly has me. I don't know about anybody else, but it's certainly made me appreciate my life and how very, very lucky I am a lot more. I'm very grateful, but I'm so happy that we're going out. Anyway, I'm digressing again, aren't I? Gosh, can't you tell I don't see many people? Chat, 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 chat. Oh, excuse me. So my next finished item is a tiny, tiny little thing. Now, my friend Dawn, we was chatting the other day, and I said to her, what are you up to? She said, oh, I'm making this little cute mouse. And I said, oh, that's nice. She said, I'll send you the link. And again, it's a YouTube video. And if I can find the link to the pattern for this, because it's not a written pattern, it's a YouTube tutorial that you can watch and make along. And it is this little tiny. Is that not just adorable? I've not yet done its little facial features, so I've got some little buttons, not buttons, beads. I've got some tiny little black beads that I think it was Paula from Stitch by Mrs. D sent them to me. Thank you very much, Paula. So I'm going to stitch 2 little buttons on for his beads on for his eyes, and then I'm going to just do a little bit of embroidery on the end there for his nose. And this is all crocheted in one. You literally start at one end and finish right at the other. You don't break off the yarn, so you do every single part of the mouse without breaking off the yarn, and it's really, really fun. So yeah, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. I just had to have a go at that. Like I say, it isn't a finished object, is it really? But it is, because it just needs a few features. So yeah, that was a little crocheted mouse that I did. Is that not just as cute as a button? I love its curly tail. So that was another finished item. Excuse me. And then the next one that I've got, it's actually a joint effort, this one. I made the mattress and the bedding and the pillowcase for this, and Tim made the bed for me. As you all know, I do have a small doll's house, and I am currently in the middle of trying to make all different types of things for it. And there is things that's going in my doll's house that will be purchased and things that people have gifted me. But my intention is to try and get my doll's house fitted out with furniture that's actually been made by hand or by Tim on his 3D printer. So we've made the bed. So this is, now I don't know if this is going to show up very well. This is, whoops, I told you. This is the bed that we've made. So I'll take the bedding off and I'll show you that. So this is the bed, and it's just a wire frame. I don't know if you can see that very well. If I move it, maybe if I put it on my sweater. Can you see that there like that? So if I tilt it forward, you can actually see this is the headboard with all the ornate. That's better, isn't it? So that's the headboard. And then this is the bottom of the bed. And the feet. And it's all made from wire, twisting wire, and it's let me see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see this. It's put together. This is masking tape here, and then the wire was silver, and then when it was finished, Tim just literally spray painted it with black paint for me. And in the pattern you get a little pattern, and it's a free pattern. Again, I'm not sure the name of the lady, but I think I will be able to link this. So I will link the tutorial to make the bed again in the description box below. So this is the continental quilt. This is a little bit of scrap Tilda fabric that I had. It's called Tea Towel. Tilda fabric. So I made the quilt for the bed, for that, out of that. And then there was a pillowcase. Are you ready for this? This is just so adorable. You made a pillowcase and then you made a pillow to go inside. Oh, and this is just, again, a little bit of scrap floral fabric I had. I've slightly padded it with a little bit of toy stuffing, and then this is a pillowcase and it just fits inside. So that is one of my joint efforts with Tim, finished objects. I am getting there with my doll's house. I'm not going to show you because it doesn't really look that much different. It's a lot of research that I'm having to do because, like I say, I would really like to make most of the things that go in there myself. So yeah, this is one of my main things for the bedroom. This is my little fairy doll's bed, I guess. So that's another one of my finished objects. And thank you very much to Tim, who helped me. It took him quite a while to do the twisting and turning of the wire, and I did say to him, I said, I think I might need 2. Oh, he says, right, okay. But when we'd finished it and painted it and I'd finished doing the bedding and I put it in the house, there's not that much room in my doll's house when she start getting things in like that. So I said to him, you'll be very pleased to know you only need to make me the one bed. I think he was quite relieved because although that's what Tim did when he was a lot younger. He used to enjoy jewellery making as a hobby. So he's used to messing with small items and twisting one thing and another. But I think as he's got older and his eyesight's not quite as good, it's not as easy to do as it used to be. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Excuse me. And then my last whip, which again is not completely finished, but I'm still going to show you because it's almost finished. I bought this kit. It's a lovely little sewing case, and it's called the Little Vintage Case, and it's from Rose Garden Patchwork. I'm sure you've heard me talk about these a lot. I buy quite a lot of their fabrics and patterns. I absolutely love this company. They never let you down. They always have the most fabulous things. All my taste, very quirky. Anyway, so I made this. So it's the Little Vintage Case. This is all whip stitched, so you cut this out and then I put little bits of dabs of fabric glue on it and then I whip stitched all the way around. I'm not going into too much detail because again it's a paid for pattern. And then on the inside there's snaps here, and it's got a vinyl pocket, which is handy for all your different coloured threads to keep your scissors in, your thimbles, anything like that. And then on this side is a little pocket with, again, poppers. So there's a little pocket there. And all this fabric is from the kit. I actually bought the kit. And then there's a pocket down here. Now, I did think that what I should have done is maybe pop a piece of ribbon here and a piece of ribbon at the bottom here, so then I could have had my cotton reels here and tied the ribbon. But obviously I thought about that when it was too late and I'd already finished it. It is finished. The only thing that I've left to do, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do this, it came with a leather snap. And again, like I say, this was a kit and this came in the kit. So it came with a leather snap, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on or just leave it like this. I quite like things that are books that close like this. I'm a big lover of things like that. And this is how it should go on, like this. Now, whilst I think it looks fab, as you can see on the pattern, whilst it does look lovely, I feel that it covers up what I love about this, and this is this patchwork that's applied onto the front of the case. So I've not quite made my mind up whether that's going to go on yet. But if I do put it on, I will pop a picture on my Instagram page. If not, I'll just put a picture on like this. And I'll just, yeah, this is going to be for my car sewing. I'm going to I'm going to put all little bits and pieces in here. So I've got a miniature sewing kit, and I'm going to pop this in the car in the glove compartment, so I've always got a little bit of sewing on the go when we go out. I'm hoping that with the brighter weather coming, we will get a little bit more sunshine. Okay, so up next is my current whips, which I have got quite a few. I have had a bit of a cast on party. I sometimes do this, I get a bit carried away and see all these things that I want, and instead of finishing one, you know the one, don't you? You get on with everyone. So I will show you. The first one is crochet, and I did show this to you last time. I have got a lot further than I had last time, and this is my Toft crochet kit, and it's my Father Christmas. I have actually finished Santa now. Let me show you. I'm showing you the right way. So here he is. I've completely finished the body. Attached all his limbs. These are his pants. He's got very long arms, hasn't he? But hey-ho, that's how it is. So these are his pants. So that's the body. Finished that. Then I have started his coat. This is his coat. Sorry, just bear with me. There's his coat. So these are all bobble stitches round here. So the next thing I'm going to do is pick up all the way round his coat, and he has bobble stitches round his coat. I shall show you what I mean. Where is it? So you see here. So all round here. So that's what I've got to do next. And then I've crocheted the black band that goes round his coat. Like this. And then I started crocheting his hat. And then I ran out of yarn. And I bought this as a kit. Tim actually sent an email to, the lady is called Kerry Lord. He sent an email to Kerry and explained with a picture what had happened, and she was wonderful. Oh my goodness, she said, that's no good. I will send you wool to finish it off. And I was absolutely thrilled with that, because it was a kit. I don't know if my tension's wrong, but there was no question. She was more than happy to send me the ball of yarn. So I'm waiting for that to come so I can finish the hat. And in the meantime, I'll just do the bubbles around his coat. So hopefully, next time I podcast, Santa will all be finished. I mean, he's almost finished now. I've just got to do his boots, the bubbles round his coat, and then finish his hat when the wool arrives. So that's still a work in progress going on. That's housed in my Toft bag, which came with the kit. Beautiful kits, highly recommend them. And then the next thing, I am so excited about showing you this. You will have, if you're a long-term viewer, you will know that I am a lover of the northeasterly blanket, but I've never ever been able to get on with it. My edges have always been untidy, and I am so anal about untidy knitting. It's ridiculous. I need to learn to let certain things go, but you know when you just can't. And so I purchased the crochet pattern, hoping that I would have more luck it being neat and tidy with that, which it was. It looked a lot more neat and tidy than the knitting one, but then it started to curl in, and that was making me agitated. So one day last week, I sat down, had a really good talking to myself, because I can't get the fact that I'm desperate to do the northeasterly out of my head, and I've got to, and I decided that I needed a talking to either A, completely forget about it, that it even exists, or B, sit down, get over my analness, if that's the right word, my whatever you want to call it, ridiculous, I don't know, thing that I can't cope with untidiness, and get on with it. And I am so glad I did, because once you've done your first strip, it starts to tidy up. So let me show you. I am so thrilled with this. It's housed in my Cat in the Hat bag. You've all seen this before. I made myself this a couple of years ago. Absolutely love this bag. This bag is my all-time favourite. Love, love, love this bag. So it's housed in there, and I am knitting them on DPNs, and these are Knit Prosings. Sorry, the light is blowing it out. Knit Prosings, and it's done on, I think these are 3.75. Yeah, 3.75s. Let me show you. I am thrilled upon thrilled with my North Easterly. So this is, I've not done very much. I only spent a couple of nights. As you can see, this was my first column, looked really untidy. So I thought, right, now you need to get a grip, get another colour and start adding to and see what happens. And I am so pleased that I have, because look how neat and tidy that looks. There's no untidiness. I am so pleased. So I am thrilled with this. This is one of my little mushroom stitch markers. These are new. They're not in my shop yet. They will go in the next shop update, but we've got sets of these. They are as cute as anything. So yeah, this is my North Easterly, and I am using, it's a double knit that I'm using, and I bought an advent calendar not last year, the year before, and it's from a company called For the Love of Yarn. I'm not 100% sure whether that's right. I will check it out and put it under on the screen here to make sure I've got that right, but I'm almost certain it's For the Love of Yarn. So sorry about that, I had to stop then, I was having a sneezing fit. Yeah, so that's my North Easterly blanket. I am thrilled to bits with it. Like I say, it's a double knit, done on 3.75, and I just love it. I just absolutely love it. So hopefully, now I've mastered it and I've got over the fear of the untidy edges, which is ridiculous, I know, because it's a blanket, but please tell me, is anybody else like me? I cannot cope with untidy knitting. It just has to be ripped out and started again, and I've always been the same. Yeah, and I'm just so glad I've mastered it, because like I say, I've wanted to do it for so long. Here's all the different yarns that I got that was in my advent, and there is some that's still put in a box somewhere at the back here, Kat. So I just picked a handful up, and I'm not doing it in any rhyme or reason, in any order. When I finish that ball of yarn, I'll put my hand in, pull out another, and I'll just carry on. And when I've done the whole 24, I think the 20 gram skeins. So when I've done the whole 24 20 gram skeins, I'll see how big the blanket is. If I think it's big enough, then I'll leave it there. If not, then I shall just start collecting a few more 20 gram double knit minis and just keep adding to it until I think it's big enough. So yeah, that's my North Easterly, and I am thrilled to bits that I've managed to master it. The next thing that's on my needles, I cast this on a couple of days ago, and this one is in a bag that was made by my lovely friend Dawn of Dawn's Days, and it's lined with such pretty, look at the colour, let me show you, of that lining. Is that not just beautiful? I love Dawn's bags. Dawn and I do lots of swaps. We're always doing swaps. It's so much fun. It's just so much fun to do a swap. And then this little crocheted rose, I bought, I can't remember what it was that I bought off the internet. I bought something. Anyway, this come as a free gift with what I'd bought. I was thrilled with it. Isn't that pretty? So that's like a little brooch. So I thought, how nice is that on the front of that bag? So that's what I've done with it. Anyway, the next item that I'm in the middle of making is a tea cozy. I have actually made this tea cozy many, many years ago. Excuse me for rattling. And I'm trying to make our kitchen. We've got a very, very small kitchen. I am not a chef. I don't enjoy cooking. We have a kitchen because it came with the house. If it was left to me, I would eat out every single night. I hate cooking. The only thing that I really enjoy doing is baking. But what I'm trying to do is make our kitchen more of a welcoming kitchen rather than just a place to cook and clean. So I'm going to try and do some nice little handmade items that I can put in the kitchen to make it look a bit of a softer, more welcoming room to be in. So I am making this tea cosy. It's by the lovely Susie Johnson from the Wool Sanctuary. She's a lovely, lovely lady, Susan. I've met her a few times. Susie, she's called. I've met her a few times. She has a wool shop in her lounge. I have been to her house on several occasions, and Susie actually designed a cushion and named it after me. I was thrilled. Before we moved to America, I went over to see Susie before we went so I could take some stock with me. And she was in the middle of designing this cushion and she named it after me, and I was just absolutely thrilled and touched. So I will leave a link. Again, Susie is on Ravelry, but I do think she has a website, so I will leave the description in the description bar below. We'll leave the link to all Susie's patterns. Fabulous, fabulous lady. So this is her teapot and her tea cosy. So that is what I decided to do. So this is the first thing that I've decided to make for our kitchen. It's done on straight needles, which I love because I was originally a straight needle knitter. I haven't done much. I only started this the other day, and it's done in, well, you can do it in any double knit, but I'm doing mine in, let me get the ball band out. I'll show you one of the balls. Let me put that down. I'm doing mine in Sublime Extra Fine Merino Wool DK. That's what I'm doing mine in. So I'm doing the grey, the pale grey and the pale pink. It's a really, really fun knit. So you cast on so many stitches, and then you carry, let me turn it around, you carry the wool at the back of the work, which gives you this weave effect. So yeah, this is my tea cosy. That's how far I've got. Like I said, really, really enjoyable knit, and it's done on 4mm needles. These needles are Knit Pro Zings, very, very light, really nice to work on, as is the Sublime. In fact, I think Sublime yarn has now been discontinued, so I just managed to get in because I made my last tea cosy with Sublime, and when it was finished it was stunning, even though I say it myself. And I actually, when I moved to America, I actually gave it away. I wished I'd never had now, but I did, because we had to get rid of a lot of things when we moved to the States. And yeah, that's really all I've got to say about that. Really nice knit. The only trouble is we don't have a teapot. I drink lots and lots of coffee. I don't drink tea other than my fruit teas, which normally are brewed in a cup. And Tim is a tea drinker and he just has his brewed in the cup. So unfortunately I don't have a teapot, which once I've finished that, I'll have to go out and search for a teapot. But that's fine. You can pick them up. And the next and last thing at the moment, again, this is like Dawn's Days episode, is this lovely bag that my friend Dawn sent me. And obviously you can see she did it to match the smaller one. So it's in a zipper bag this time, and this is, let me show you the size. It's a really nice size bag. I love the polka dots. Dawn knows me and my polka dots. And then it's lined with a really, really lovely blue and white gingham. And again, I started this. I'd forgot I'd started this, but I thought I'll show you, because if I show you, oh no, some of the stitches have come off. It makes me want to carry on doing. Just bear with me a second while I put the stitches back on. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, luckily I've only 3 of them have come off. Right, there we go. So I have shown you this before. I bought the wool for this when I went to have a meet-up with Lindsay and Karen at Black Sheep Yarns, and I'm making this little duck from the Knitted Animal Friends book. I haven't got very far, but I'll show you how far I've got. And I'm on to the head. There's not much to see really. And this is how far I've got. So this is the head, and I think these stitch markers are here. They tell you to place stitch markers when you're going along. I think this is where you place the bottom of the beak. I think all these stitch markers is to show you where to attach the beak. So yeah, this is its head. This is how far I've got, not got very far. And again, it's done on straight needles. These are just millward needles, metal needles. And I am using the Sheppey's Stone Wash. And the colourway in this is Moonstone. I love this yarn. I use this yarn so much for a lot of my amigurumi toys. I use that. So yeah, that's how far I've got with that one. What stitch markers have I got on here to show you? Oh yeah, I've got, this is a little tiny bunny that I bought, a couple of years ago. I love the little bunny. This is one that I got in a little kit that I bought. It's a little frog, sparkly frog. And this one was one from, not last year, the year before, out of my stitch marker advent that I treated myself to. So yeah, not much to see there, but at least, you know, I can show you, be able to see the progress when I eventually do get going. I think once I get started on that, it shouldn't take too long. And the same with the Santa top. There isn't that much to do, really. It's just sitting down and finding the time for a couple of hours to finish off. As soon as the yarn comes to finish his hat off, I'm going to get that done and get that finished. So that is all my works in progress at the moment. So next up, I'll do a little bit, just a little bit of incoming. Okay, so here in my basket, I think you've all seen this basket before. I purchased this basket where my daughter lives, in a little town called Frome in Somerset, when I went to look after her house last year now. I follow Suzanne from Green Lambkin Yarns, and I didn't know that Suzanne had done this before, but Suzanne does a monthly advent where you can purchase 3 days of your advent every month on the run up to Christmas. It starts, I think it started around March, and I think it finishes, the last one is November, and then you have your 24. And every week, every month you purchase 3 days. So how many have I got now? 3, 6, 9. So I'm up to 9 now. So I've got my 9 advents for December, days 1 to 9. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie, here's day 1. When it come, I did hold it up a little bit, but these bags that Suzanne's put in, very clever, you can't see anything. And Timothy said to me, put that back, put it away and stop spoiling your surprise. So I have been collecting these for 3 months, like I say, and the only reason I decided to show you today is because the 7, 8 and 9 have just arrived this morning. So I just wanted to show you. So I'm already up to day 9 of my advent, so I'm really excited about this. It's been so nice to be able to spread the cost of an advent over so many months. And especially a lot of yarn advents. I love the yarn advents, but you know, they're very, very expensive, and unless you can spread the cost, and she dyes them up, so it's not a massive big thing for Suzanne to have to do sort of September, October, like dye hundreds and hundreds of skeins, and I just think it's a really good thing. So yeah, that was my incoming for this month, just my 3 advents from Suzanne at Green Lambkin Yarns. Right, I feel like I've been waffling to you for ages. I will tell you very briefly about my advent, so just a little bit of shop news. My shop at the moment is quite empty. I did have a little shop update at the beginning of the week, and unfortunately it's all sold out, or fortunate for me, unfortunate for anybody who wanted to have a little look. And yeah, it did all sell out. There is still some things in the shop, but not many. But I wanted to just give you all an heads up about my advent calendar for 2021. Excuse me for itching my eye. I put my advent up for sale on, I think it was Thursday last week. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think it went on sale Thursday last week, and it is done so well. I am so pleased. So if any of you are watching that have purchased one of my advent calendars, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. But I just wanted to let you guys on here know that there is over half the stock gone now. I think I put 25 up for sale, and I think there's 9 left. So I just wanted to give you an heads up that if you don't, follow me on Instagram, and you might want to go and have a look at the advents, they are in my shop now. And again, I will leave the link to my Etsy shop in the description box below. So that's the shop update. The advent is now live. And last but not least, I was tagged yesterday by the lovely Anita from Gaga Knits to take part in the Make 6 2021. I've never done this before, and there is lots of things that I want to make in 2021, so I had to choose 6 things, which, to be fair, wasn't difficult, but I was so pleased that she'd tagged me, because it does spur you on. So I will tell you about the 6 things that I want to make for 2021. The first thing is I want to make some socks. So yesterday I treated myself from the company called Woolly Goodness, and she's on Instagram, and she has done, I'm not sure, but I think the box is still available till tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, it could be tonight, so I'm not 100% sure. But she's done a Christmas in July box, and it is a skein of a sock set, stitch markers, Christmas stitch markers, and other little goodies. And I just thought, I've got to have one of them, because I think she dyes it in June, it's sent out in July, and then you can get your socks finished for Christmas, which I really want to do. I want to try and make myself a couple of pair of socks. I have got some socks on the go, but that's a different tale, I'll tell you another time. So yeah, one of the 6 makes is a pair of socks from Woolly Goodness. My next one is a pair of socks, and this is from the Paw Ply Yarn Company, and this sock set is called Rudolph, and I've had this now. I think I bought this last month or the month before, and I absolutely love it. It's just beautiful. So this is another one of my Make 6, is a second pair of socks. I know what you're thinking, it might be a bit of a tall order for me because I know what I'm like with socks, but because it's my Make 6 for 21, I'm hoping it will really spur me on. So number 2 is another pair of socks. Number 3 is a sewing project, and again I bought this a while back, and it's a sewing kit from Cool Crafting, and it's the Briar Bunnies. Aren't they cute as anything? I love it. But mine are not in the blue. I chose the pale yellow colourway. And so this is one of my other Make 6, a sewing project. So I'm hoping to get that done. So that's 2 socks and a sewing. Then the rest are crochet. Now, I've wanted to make this for a long time, and again, because I've been asked to do this, I thought, perfect opportunity to get on and do it. So I'll show you the 3 crochet things. So the first thing that I want to make, and I'm going to order this kit next week, because this kit you can purchase from Wool Warehouse. It's by Lucy of Attic 24, and it's the Jolly Chunky Bag. Not expensive, the kit at all. It's done in, sorry, can you see that? Let me show you. I'm sure you've all seen this before if you're crocheter. It's done in Stylecraft. I don't know if it's done in yeah, it's chunky. Of course it is, the chunky jolly bag. It's done in chunky, and you get in the kit the wool that you need and the buttons, and I think there's plenty left over. I made one of these for Susan, my best friend. I made one of these for her for her 40th birthday, and since I'd done that I thought, oh, I'd love one of them, and never got round to do it. So that is my 4th, it's a crochet, yeah, my 4th make of 2021. My 5th one, again, is from Lucy of Attic 24, and I've wanted to make this for a while, and I've even bought the cushion pad, and it's in the corner over there to make it, and it is the blooming cushion. I'm sure again everybody's seen this. So that's my 5th crocheted make of 2021, and then I have shown you this before, and I love this and need to make this. This is out of the new book that I bought, or Tim bought me a couple of weeks ago, Unicorns, Dragons 2 and More Fantasy Amigurumi. So yes, that is my 6th thing that I want to make for my 6th. Obviously, there's lots of things I want to make, but them are going to be on my bucket list to do this year. And so, I don't know if I'm getting this right. Anita, if you're watching, please do correct me if I'm wrong. But I then need to tag 3 people that I will hope will join in the 6 makes for 2021. So I would like to nominate, I've written them down, because I know these people are avid crafters and I think will be more than happy to take part. So if you're watching, I would like to nominate Karen from Stitches and Jacks. I will get in touch with these people via message or email to let them know. So I'd like to do Karen from Stitches and Jacks. I would like to nominate Helen from Mousy Makes. And I would also like to nominate Amanda from Shuttle Monkey. And like I say, I will get in touch with these people via email or messenger and let them know. And last but not least, I did say I would give you a tour of my craft room. When I say my craft room, I'm not going to do the whole craft room. I will just give you a tour of all my crochet toys and such like. Now, please don't think this is an excuse, but I have not done it yet and cannot do it just yet, as the bit that you see is fine, but everywhere else around you is full of things that I'm making for somebody else. I don't know if any of you are aware, but I am working alongside the lovely Frances from Borough and Sew at the moment, and we are doing a collaboration. I'm making the bags, there's another lady making stitch markers, and Frances is dyeing yarn and she's putting out a beautiful I don't know what you'd call it, box of, I don't know what to call it. I'm not very good for things like this. Anyway, to cut a long story short, a lot of Frances's materials and bags are half made and they're all over the craft room, as is quite a few of the things that's going in the advent calendar. So unfortunately, just yet I am not in a position to show you around my craft room because I can't give anything away. But I promise I will do it. By the end of this week, I'm hoping to have the bags made and moved out the way, and I will tidy all up, and hopefully I will be able to do you a tour. I might even get it done for you at weekend. So I do apologise about the delay, but it is what it is, and I just have to work around my work schedule, I'm afraid. So with that being said, thank you very much for listening to me go on and on and on. I hope everybody's keeping safe and well, and you're doing lots of crafting. And until next time, take care, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye. you.